everyone, and this is Lydia here with your new moon reading in Aquarius for January 29th, 2025. And I just wanted to mention, we're going to go right into this. I picked out 3 cards for us to look at for this new moon, and also the Chinese Lunar New Year. So it's in the year of the snake. And the way I see it is it's basically the activation, or partly so, the activation of our Kundalini. And I know that most of us we have an awareness of the Kundalini energy, which is, basically the spine, and the energy that's coming through from spirit. So I wanted to just make mention about that, just because I know that we are going through a very large spiritual growth at the moment. There's a lot of things that are happening, and we can see that in the world. But we also are getting a lot of energies running through us, changing us, and that shows a lot of emotions. That brings up a lot of emotions as well too. Being the new moon, so this is a time of newness. This is a time of cycle ending and the cycle beginning, a new cycle beginning. So this is a perfect time period to be able to increase our benefits and the positivities in our life by writing down what we want. What do we want to see for this next year? And to go from there. I would say being clear with what you would like, because we are at a highly manifesting time period. And as we go through this year, we're definitely going to be manifesting a lot from what our thought processes are, and just be mindful of what it is that you're putting out there. So that said, like I said, I picked 3 cards. We've got one from my card deck, which is the Take Back Your Power Oracle Guidance cards, as well as 2 from the Starseed Oracle guidebook this is the guidebook, sorry, but the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. So we're going to go right into this, and I've picked the cards, but I haven't actually looked at them. So the first one we have is Power. So this is an interesting one to start with, especially because Power happens to be right in the Take Back Your Power Oracle cards. It's part of us that we already have, but we sometimes don't realize that we possess. It's something as divine power that we have within ourselves. A lot of times we're not realizing that we have this power to draw upon. We have this clarity that we can draw upon, but we're in some circumstances we actually have the opportunity to utilize and benefit the divine power that we have within ourselves, and share that through compassionate action or service to others. Over the years, we've also been subjected, I suppose you could say, from outside forces to taking our power away. So whether or not that's disempowering ourselves from listening to other people, that and just really taking that to heart, having an emotional reaction towards it, and that energy of the emotional reaction or overwhelm creates a filter that filters out the naturally flowing desire or divine energy that's coming in from the universe. And when that happens, then sometimes we feel as though our power's been taken away. This could also come from hearing from the whatever happens in the global arena. So that said, this is a time period to recognize our divine power and to return that power to us if we have felt that it's been taken away from, whether it's outside forces, whether it's through allowing anything to get to us. The dramas that could happen, whether it's around our family, friends, coworkers, the news, whatever the case is. When you take these things into consideration, sometimes that actually overwhelms our emotional energy, and we just keep ruminating that energy that is disempowering to us. So in this case, this is the time to take that power back. And it's a timely time for this deck to come out, actually, just because it is for individuals who are feeling that they're on this spiritual path, recognizing that there's more to life than just what you've been living to do and working to live, in that sense. That there's more to it, that there's a purpose, that there's a divinely orchestrated purpose and organization to your life. And the power that we have within us, we can allow that power, that energetic power, that vibration to work for us, to help in our services and compassion to other people, sharing in our what we know best, our spiritual gifts. Or we can choose to create a friction with that power and feel like that basically everything is very difficult for us. So this is that choice. The power is within us. And I do believe as well, now that we are in the sign of Aquarius, and we have, because Pluto had moved into Aquarius during this time period and going through it for the next 20 years in this year, then we have the capability of being a better humanity, being a higher vibration of consciousness, and just continuing to move forward higher and higher and higher. And I do believe that this is a great time. This is a fantastic new moon, to the first one of this year, to basically establish what it is that you would like to see, and that you're coinciding with the Chinese New Year as well. Just basically seeing what you would like to see for this year and for years to come, because it's just the beginning, right? It's just the beginning of this year, and holy moly, there's lots to see unfold within the next months, years, as we progress as a human species. So that's the power that we have right now. The other thing I wanted to mention too is to be very honest with yourself, to be truthful with yourself about whether or not you are coming from a place of integrity, and from the truth of the matter. So recognizing your truth, because with that power, as they say, with supreme power comes a lot of responsibility. So when we're in that state of recognizing our power, we want to stay away from the ego part of recognizing our power and being able to move forward in service with others, feeling that we're not one up on someone all the time. Truth be told, we are all as one, and we are unified as a collective consciousness. So we are all souls creating or living a life of reality that we are creating for ourselves. And we're all learning. That's what I think, to me, when it's told that we're in this together, that's kind of what I see. We're in this matrix together. We're kind of flying by the seat of our pants in a lot of ways, but we're trying to make do with whatever lessons that we have, that we're learning from in this life that we're living. The power within us allows us to recognize what is the truth of ourselves. What are we looking to accomplish? What is our life purpose? And then following that the energy and that purpose, following the guidance, the intuition that we have within us to get us through our life. And I think when we know and establish the truth of the matter with ourselves, as well as following and working in integrity, then you are following that path of supreme power. You've got that abundance, that part of you that is just continuing along your life with purpose, with integrity, with that unified consciousness. Because something that has come up, speaking to a friend of mine too, recognizing that there's been a lot of separation in the world. It's unfortunate. And we want to start to bring this back. We want to start to bring this cohesion back into the world. And I guess that would be coherence in humanity. So we want to bring this back. And it's the recognition that we are more than we think we are that will bring us back to that tone of coherence. So, and also unifying ourselves with the earth once again, because that was what we started with as a civilization, a human civilization here, and what we were taught from our beginnings, basically, that we are one with everything, with nature, with the earth, with everything around us, and we've forgotten that. So coming back, establishing, so power, there's a lot that goes into that, because we have the power. And we also have the responsibility that goes with that power, that divine power. So we want to make sure that we are exercising that power with an intention that is honorable, within integrity, in the truth of the matter with ourselves. And as we move forward, recognizing that we are not alone, we are supported by spirit, and we could use our intuitive guidance to get us along our way. The benefits, the positivity of it all comes together when we follow our intuition and recognize we're not the only beings here, that we have spirit helping us along this road. Okay, so that's one thing. It's a big thing, but it's one thing. I'll speak on to the next card here. We are the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Now, the Hathors being other beings. So I believe the other thing that is coming up with this, I'll just kind of put this up a little bit further. We are starseeds. There's a lot of us that are recognizing that, the starseed part of us. And what that is really is basically our celestial ties. As beings, the Hathors, they're very honorable, very compassionate, recognizing that all is one. And they live by compassion. So something that we hope to live by, actually. We hope to get to that stage, all of us, with peace, love for everyone. So we hope to get to that stage. This is talking specifically about that deep, deep love that we have within us, that every person does have. Every person has, the duality of things, love and fear. But the love part, if we can actually just dig right deep down inside, no matter what circumstances happening to us or around us, if there's drama surrounding us within our relationships and or work life or whatever, there's still drama within the world as well, then to step back and to recognize that we are love. We are born of love. We are love within us. We are the divine souls within us. And taking that essence and recognizing that we are now moving into a brand new type of life, a brand new era of things that we don't understand, things that we don't, we've never done before, we've never seen before. So it is looking at a brand new birthing of our species, a brand new birthing of each and every one of us individually. And also not only each individual, but also the individuals as they become one. So we are unified. So the part of mother's milk when in this card is also saying how to nourish our souls, ourselves, and also to nourish the relationships with like around us. They're to come from this part of compassion and love. And I know that it's also that part of us that is very empowering. We are empowered with love. So again, using it to be able to help other people through love, helping ourselves with self-love. That's also something that is coming up too. And what I wanted to mention as well is a couple days, so the 28th, 29th, and 30th, probably spilling into the 31st as well, we're seeing a lot of, there's a lot of energies in surrounding, like really beautiful, beautiful energies, but also a time where we need to really go in deep. So that's, again, deep love. It's recognizing that deep self-love where you can deal with stuff that you just need to let go of. And that might actually give you an introspection that you're going to have to deal with. Going in deep, finding out anything that needs to be let go of, to accept and or forgive certain things, certain people, certain circumstances, yourself. This is that time period. This is a very authentic time period to do that. And it also sets the stage for the new to come in. So if you're looking for, like I said, get organized for what it is that you want, being very specific with clarity of what you want for the year, this is the time to do it. Because once you put that out there, the manifesting will occur tenfold. Because right now we are in a very manifesting time. So let's look at the third one. The great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Now, I do see that as well. Like, remember I was saying just about the separation. We're seeing a lot of anger in the world as well. We're seeing a lot of separation. Recognizing, it says, with the great severing, I'm going to go on a limb here and basically saying how there's this division, feeling that we're different from everyone else, but at the same time, I believe that part of that division has to occur in a sense so that we can recognize how unified we really are. That might sound really funny, but basically, if you take the step back from someone that you're having difficulties with or in a dramatic situation with, and you kind of see if you can resonate with what they're going through, because everybody's going through something. Everybody is unique and everybody is going through something. If they're angry with you and you're angry with them, or or whatever the case may be, one person angry with the other and the other one is not. Try to see where that anger is coming from. Try to see if you can relate in some way, because we have been there before. We have been in that duality situation before. Anger is also a portion of fear. That is a part of fear. So any other duality, any other emotional situation that's other than love in that duality that we have right now is part of fear energy. So look at that, because we have been in this state of fear in all of our incarnations. Most of us have actually felt it or are still dealing with it right now. And that could also come up with anger and recognizing conflict. The other thing that this is saying too is, and I encourage you to go ahead and watch your favorite astrologer, or listen to a reputable astrologer, so that you could find out what's going on at this time. There is that happening in the world, and we know that there's a lot of anger that either could be coming up or that is happening, or both. So if that is occurring, then the best thing to do is actually just take a step back and watch it from an outer point of view. Do not get caught in the drama of the anger, of the conflict, so that you can just basically regroup and figure out yourself. You do you, is what I would say. And looking at that, if there is an anger situation, anger in general, or any other emotion that comes up, whether it's on the outside or within your environment, your immediate environment, could very well be something that, number one, you have to deal with, that could be coming up for you to deal with, and you to find the synchronicity as to why it's occurring again, or whatever the case may be. Or two, to see that there's more than what is at play here, to creating a reality where anger exists. We do create our own reality. And that is through the energetic vibration. Where do you think the energy goes if you think of something and or speak of something or write something down? There's always energy with expression. There's always, and thought is still an expression. Utilizing color, and if you're painting, or if you're putting any type of color on, actually is an expression. It is energy. Energy is here. It's everywhere. So we need to recognize how everything is so intricately woven that it expresses itself. We express ourselves, and then we create the reality that we see. Or if you want to say, the illusion that we see, so that we can learn from it. We can recognize the synchronicities and actually move forward, learn the lessons, move forward. So the great severing, it talks about Mars energy. Mars does have an influence right now as well, and or will as well. So I encourage you again to take a look at what the astrology says, and then recognizing that this is the time to try and soften ourselves to love, to see the peacefulness, because basically if we do recognize what's going on, the opposition, the opposing emotions from love, and what that is expressing, what those emotions are expressing, then we can find out why it's happening, and then it's diffused. It can be quite easily diffused if you know why it's happening. Now, if it's just recognize too that you could be very sensitive to other people's energies. So it could be that you're feeling angry because other people are angry around you, or irritable because you're tired. So, and this is a time of self-care. This is a huge time of self-care because we are really, truly getting downloads. The other thing I wanted to mention, and I started saying it, was the starseed oracle. So basically, the star seeds that are around our celestial origins, we are starting to recognize that. We're starting to literally activate. And that's just because the energy that is coming in from the great central sun, and also from everywhere around us, our vibration is starting to rise rapidly. Our consciousness vibration, energetic vibration, is rising rapidly. And we are going to be seeing a lot of changes in such a very short period of time. So at this time, if you're feeling symptoms, like physical symptoms, it's just because your body does have to try and accommodate. And it will start to get easier and easier as your body aligns quicker and quicker with the changes that are happening. So just know that these things are happening all at once right now, and that our new moon is like a trigger, because it's allowing all of the newness to start taking place, especially at the most highly manifesting time period. Knowing that it's also for Aquarians, I am an Aquarian as well, it is a very highly manifesting time period for us, the 28th, 29th, and 30th. So know that. If you do know that, then basically write down what you want to see. That's a very important thing. And you know that at some point in time, you're going to end up getting there. If you write it down and you focus on it, then you're going to definitely end up getting that, whatever it is. And being mindful that you're not throwing out ego energy or negative energy towards that, because then that will manifest 100%, because we are manifesting so very highly. I hope this helps. This is your, for the new moon. And because it's so interesting to see how things are changing in such a huge way. Things are changing for me too. Just so you know, my videos are going to be changing a little bit through this year. I might be putting out a little bit more, and I have a feeling that February will also be one of the last times I will do a new moon reading for several months. I'm going to be going on tour, and actually it's with the Galaxy Psychic Tours. I don't know if you've heard of it, but if anything, I'm going to be working with them. And I'll be traveling from March to June. So it's going to be, things are going to be shifting around. So for all of you, I'm still going to be throwing something out there in video, but I will probably just limit my my longer videos to the full moon videos, and just leave the new moon for you guys. I might just say a little tidbit, but we'll see what happens. Everything is really changing. So I hope this helps for everybody. I really, really enjoy the fact that you've been watching my videos. Thank you so much for taking the time. And I do hope that the new ones would also appeal to you as well. I just recapping this for a second, because I think it's important. We have the opportunity for our power to be expressed in a huge way right now, and to recognize that we have the power to get out of any bad circumstances or any dramatic circumstances, things that we don't want to see in our lives. We have the power because we are divine beings first, humans second. And with that power comes responsibility. That is, you're responsible for what happens to you and what happens in your life. So, keeping that in mind, know that you can change that by following your intuition and intending the best scenario, a unified scenario for everyone involved. That goes to the next card. We the Hathors, which are basically, it's information coming from the our celestial brothers and sisters, saying deep love, mother's milk, birthed as a portal. Now recognizing that we come from a place of love. We come from a place of compassion and unification and coherence, basically. Cohesion, coherence. So that said, we can see that, or we can create that on this earth by recognizing as well that we have love within us to follow our paths, and be open to all the changes that are coming, giving gratitude for what is here as well, knowing that more and more changes are going to occur, is that birth is a portal. Birth is something where we come here for the lessons in duality. So we're going to recognize that we're going to be in challenge for however long we are here, and just take it one step at a time and know that you're not alone. And then there's the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. And this is where recognizing that there is a duality here. There's two sides to every story, but recognizing that Mars does have an influence astrologically right now. We can choose to actually see the anger and the conflict that's going on, but we could also say, I don't think so. We're going to let this go. And that's what this is basically really encouraging you to do, is to soften your heart to love, recognizing that you are as different as every other person around you. You are unique. Everyone is going through their own journey, and they are dealing with their own crap. And we're all trying to flub our way through this learning schema and this called life. And that everybody does have their good and bad days, recognizing that we are one, and we can be very compassionate in service for ourselves as well as for others. So, yes, that is a new moon. There's a lot involved, and there's going to be some interesting energies, knowing that you are a very high manifester right now. What would you like to see happen in your life? What would you like to see dreaming big and taking those dreams to the absolute top limit? What would you like to see as your goals to manifest in this lifetime and or into this year? And write them down. See what comes up. And I can guarantee, even make it as a checklist and check it off each time it comes around, because I can guarantee you're going to see some definite positives here. You're going to see some things happen very quickly. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. And I guarantee we're going to be seeing some more videos of me, because I have those things in the works. Anyways, we will talk to you again soon, and bye for now.